Hey there YouTube, I'm here with another Shogun 2 Total War Online Multiplayer Battle Replay. My opponent for this fight's name is Kratos Demos, and this is being fought on the Koyasan Temple map. And this is my first experience with this map. Well, it was actually a little bit ago because this is a replay from quite a ways back, but this is a new map to you guys because you guys haven't seen it before, and I was quite interested with this map. I rarely get it even now, and it's quite surprising because it's quite a fun map to play on. Anyway, it is a low funds battle again, guys, so you're going to see that I brought a ton of Lone Sword Ashigaru. And that's a very smart choice because Katana Samurai on low money battles are pretty darn expensive. Alright, so on the front ranks I have two sets of bows. They are both bow Ashigaru, as you guys can see. Then behind them I have 5 sets of Lone Sword Ashigaru. 2 of them are veteran. These are my Blades of Fire. And then these are my Peasant Blades, and I just named them in this fight. And then I have my general here, who is Itachi Uchiha once again. There he is. He has the floating wings. Always cool. And I just recently put those on. And then I have 1 unit of Yari Cavalry with 1 chevron, and they are unnamed at this point. I've named all my veteran units at this stage, but these battle replays are from quite a ways back, so obviously I have plenty more to show you guys. And I figured it was definitely time for a Shogun video because I put out a bunch of Mountain Blade videos. Well, not a bunch. I've put out a couple videos straight of Mountain Blade, and I even put up a Rome video, so I figured why not get back to Shogun. Anyway, there is one major strategic building on this map, and that is a shrine right here. And this will increase the morale of all units who control it. And there is one more out here. It's an archery dojo, but that is pretty pointless in this fight. But my opponent ends up going for it anyway, and you'll see that it is really just a waste of time. And it's likely well, let me put it this way: if he hadn't have gone and tried to take this, he would have had a much better chance of victory. Anyway, let's take a look at my opponent's army. First up, he has a Yari Cav and a Light Cav that he ran into these woods. Then he has 2 sets of bows. He has 2 bow samurai. Then he has 2 sets of katana samurai. So he has higher quality infantry. Then he has 2 sets of extremely depleted Yari Ashigaru veterans, and this one's 47 men strong. This one's 38 men strong. Over here, I delivered a very vicious cavalry charge right in on his Light Cav and Yari Cav, and there were 2 reasons why that was so effective. One, I have these guys as a veteran unit, and with each of my Yari Cav veterans, I like to improve their charge first, so that's pretty devastating. And I absolutely wrecked most of these guys. This unit here of Light Cav lost 13 men. This unit here lost 15 men. And I am going in for another charge, and this is going to be a huge fight. This will basically determine the cavalry advantage, and we'll see how that goes here pretty soon. And in order to kind of lengthen the odds in my favor, I send over my general in order to rally up my cav. You can see that I am the one to get to the shrine here first, and that was because I really rushed fast, and it definitely goes to your advantage, because when you control the key buildings, it's going to give your opponent a much harder time to take care of business here. Alright, so basically he moved up his bowman really far ahead of his ranks, but my cav was already engaged here. And you can see that there's a huge fight going on here. I have rallied up my men here. We are both wavering, and there goes his cav, and there goes my cav. So all of our calves are out there, and this light cav over here is going to come back from routing very soon. There they go. So this light cav came back from routing with 17 men strong. So that is no longer a threat, really, and but it actually does have an experience chevron, and that's from fighting my Yari Cav, even though they were unsuccessful. Here, his bow samurai just launched a volley of fire arrows at my lines, so that was pretty devastating. But because my units are in a loose formation, it didn't cause as much damage as it could have. And he really should have saved his fire arrows for my infantry. But anyway, my general was done over in the rightmost flank, and I decided to call him back behind my lines there. And I'm really not expecting to win this bow fight by any means. I'm just intending to stall his bows and hurt his bows as much as possible. But now he has moved up his infantry even closer, and I can actually start taking shots at those guys. So I'm going to start laying into them a little bit. This Katana Samurai has already lost 6 men. There goes a couple more. And he also has his couple units of depleted Yari Ashigaru over here that are taking some missile fire. So not a very good situation for him. His Katana Samurai is the one strength of his army. But you can see that I definitely have the numbers with my lone swords. Now here's a huge point in the battle that he just makes a huge mistake here. He decides to send this full unit of Katana Samurai off to take this archery dojo. Extremely pointless, extremely pointless, because the bullfight was already going his way. He already had the advantage. The only disadvantage he had at one point was that he didn't have his archers in loose formation, but other than that, he's corrected that situation. But he sent this full unit of Katana Samurai out here to take this archery dojo. Now, if he wanted to take it, he should have sent one of these depleted Yari Ashigaru units, because my cav was no longer in existence, and it would have been a much smarter plan, and that would have actually been a really good use for them, because they play absolutely no part in the fight, because obviously a unit that depleted is going to rout really quickly. Anyway, I have basically moved back my army a little bit, just so I'm out of range of his bows, and he's going to have to walk into my men, and I'm going to take some shots in before he can do a thing. So he moved up just a tad, and I don't think he's in range yet, actually. Nope, there they go. They're going to start firing, and my men are starting to fire as well. So here we go. There goes the volley. And so at this point, I decided to do a charge with my lone swords, because I don't want him to get any more of a little bit of a hill fight going on me. Because right now he's going to be fighting at a downhill disadvantage, while I get a little bit of a charge downhill, and that's going to definitely benefit me. Over here you can see that his Katana Samurai are still just chilling over at the archery dojo, and he completely misused them. They are never used in the fight, and it's quite sad how much of a waste they were. Anyway, here comes the huge infantry fight. Over here he charges his light cav right at my lone sword, but because they're so depleted, it hardly puts a dent in my men. And in order to respond to this, I'm going to move my general over here, and I'm going to charge right through and into the backs of these guys. And look at that. I'm going to get a hammer and anvil there with Itachi, and that's basically going to already wrap up the fight there. I also have this unit of lone swords charging in behind his lines at his general. I'm going to catch him here. So there we go. And his bowmen are almost completely dead. This unit is routed, and there goes that unit. And that was an attack personally led by Itachi over there. And now, let's take a look at his Katana Samurai over here. He is rushing back to the battle, and you can see that I've suffered almost no casualties. Look at that. Those Katana Samurai rout at full strength. That is just a testament to how horrible it is when you see your whole army rout right there. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that battle, and I will have more to bring you guys soon in the future. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.